back, everybody. This is the thejonnymar, and I am continuing with Pokemon Blue, my complete Pokedex journey. So my last episode, we took out Gym 3 and Lieutenant Surge. We picked up a couple of HMs in Cut and Flash. We traded for a Mr. Mime, and then we came back here to Cerulean City to continue onward with the game. So we are, as I mentioned previously, going to be skipping the path to the right of Vermilion City, and we are instead going to continue on with the game towards Rock Tunnel, which we picked up the Flash HM for. So my team is currently composed of my 3 regular members and then Dux, who has my Cut ability to allow me to continue on with the game. Now, one of the changes I'm going to be making with the game going forward, as we have 28 out of 151 of the Pokedex currently, is that I am no longer going to be gaining 1 level for each new route or area that I get to for my existing party members. Instead, I'm only going to be using trainer battles to level them up. I will, however, be still doing that rule when it comes to new party members that I add to my group. So if I catch a new Pokemon and add it to my party, I will still use my existing rule of 1 level per new area that that Pokemon encounters that I can pick up in addition to trainers. This is Route 9, which has pretty much all existing Pokemon that we've already seen before in Spearow, Rattata, Ekans, and Sandshrew. It also has a large number of trainers. So we're going to take on all those trainers, level up our Pokemon a little bit more, and then head into Rock Tunnel, probably in my next episode. So it's going to take a while to take on all of these trainers. So this first trainer has some grass Pokemon, which is unfortunate for my Squirtle. But it shouldn't be a huge problem, especially if they do not use grass abilities. Now, Poison is going to be annoying if I choose to keep my Squirtle in this battle, but I'll probably not do that, since these Pokemon are weak to ground moves. So we'll switch back in with Diglett. And I got a comment saying that I should allow Diglett to evolve, and I will, once it learns Earthquake. So Diglett learns Earthquake at level 40, so once he hits level 40 and learns that ability, I will allow it to evolve into Dugtrio. So just a little bit longer, hang in there. We don't have that far to go. Diglett will probably gain 1 or 2 levels in this episode. He'll probably gain 1 or 2 in each additional episode. So I would imagine by, I don't know, 4 or 5 episodes from now, Diglett should be able to turn into a Dugtrio. And I'll also be allowing my Squirtle to evolve as well very soon. But for now, we're going to leave it as Diglett. It's just easier for me. If you really are offended by the canceling of the evolution animation, I can always just cut that out. We do need light. I mean, you don't, but we do. So we have Flash, which is good. And we're going to use our antidote to help get rid of that poison on our Squirtle. And Squirtle's going to be making some heavy use here because we have a lot of hikers. Now, they don't have anything unique in terms of Pokemon, as we pick up TM30 here, which is incredibly useless. It's the teleport ability. And we already have an Abra to use that ability for the glitch. So we'll be skipping pretty much all the hikers because none of them have unique Pokemon that we haven't seen before. And again, I'm not going to be skipping them in terms of the experience, but I will be skipping them in terms of showing the battle. They have existing Pokemon of the type of things such as a Machop, Geodude, Onix, those sorts of things. So nothing new, nothing unique. Now that'll change once we get into Rock Tunnel. There are some hikers in there that have some brand new Pokemon, or at least some evolutions of Pokemon we haven't necessarily seen previously. Now before we head to the right, we are going to head backwards to the north and to the west. And that is because there's a couple trainers up here, and it does clear the route back to Cerulean City, so that if we do have to make a retreat back to the town to heal, we can do so, without having to worry about trainer battles. So here we have a junior trainer, and he has fire Pokemon. Well, that's a nice tight matchup for our water Pokemon. See if we can kill it with 1 water gun. You betcha. Especially if it's a critical. But again, the reason I skipped the route to the east of Vermilion City is because I am going to be switching in 2 brand new Pokemon once we get to the next couple of towns. And so I do want to save some of the trainer battles for those new Pokemon to gain experience. So I'll be coming back to a few of the routes and some of the trainers that I'm not actually going to take on as we progress forward, simply to come back to them and get that experience for later Pokemon. It just makes it a little bit easier to level them up. Keep walking. Alright. Will do, I suppose. So this next trainer's interesting. So he's a bug catcher, and unlike many of the other bug catchers in this game, he has actually allowed his Pokemon to evolve. It's a crazy concept, I know, and certainly one we don't necessarily take advantage of. But he has 2 Pokemon, and both of them are the ultimate evolutions of the Weedle line, which are Beedrills. Now you would think, looking at them, right? They have these massive wings, they must be flying types, so they're weak to electricity. But they're not, because they are actually bug and poison type. Now Butterfree, the ultimate evolution of the Caterpie line, is a flying type. It is bug flying. But they decided to make Beedrill poison, and since we only have dual types and not 3 types or tri-types at this point. In fact, I don't think there are any Pokemon in the game that are more than 2 types, right? Then we can't have that ability. Even though it has these massive wings, it cannot fly. So Dig is going to be super effective against it. Now in later games it might learn an ability like Levitate, which is a secondary ability or special ability that allows certain Pokemon that are not necessarily a flying type to still avoid ground moves. And certain Pokemon will have that ability to sort of get around that dual typing. So now's a chance to catch some Pokemon if you want. We're not going to get any Pokemon here because we already have all of them. But there is a hidden item in this rock. So I'm going to head back to the Poke Center, heal up, and then we will continue onwards. Alright, so we've cleared out pretty much this western area of the route, and so now we're going to finish off a few more trainers and continue to the east. Now these are dead-end paths from above, so let's take out this hiker, and then we'll continue onward upwards and to the east. Alright, so some more common Pokemon here, Onix and Geodude, with the Machop thrown in. Nothing we haven't seen before. But again, a few of these trainers do have some new Pokemon I want to show off. Like this one. So this is a bug catcher. Unlike the previous one, he has not allowed his Pokemon to evolve, but he does have a unique Pokemon that we haven't seen before. At least I don't think we have. I don't remember every trainer encounter we've had so far, but I think we haven't seen his 3rd Pokemon. We certainly have seen our share of Caterpie and also Weedle, which I believe is his 2nd Pokemon. They're pretty useless. At level 20, they would be pretty powerful as their ultimate evolutions, though, a Butterfree and Beedrill. But again, for some reason, bug catchers, for the most part, do not allow their Pokemon to evolve. And you're gonna slow down my turtle and make it even more slow. That's okay. Slow and steady wins the race. Squirtle does not need speed. But here is Venonat. An interesting typing. So its evolution of Venomoth is one that I find unique. And our bite has been disabled. Oh no! Disable's an interesting ability. I never use it, but it does on paper seem unique and somewhat useful, I guess. But the fact that it's randomized in this generation does make it less useful. Unless your opponent only has 1 or 2 moves, then Disable becomes much more powerful. And no, not yet. A little bit longer, Squirtle. And then I'll let you evolve too. I'm not a huge fan, simply because they're not the strongest in this game. There are some better bug Pokemon in later games. Are you now? So are we. we're going to be heading to Lavender Town as well. That is our next destination after Rock Tunnel. Although, in general, it's typically a town I tend to skip, because there's not a ton you can do there. Now, you can do a few things, but in essence, the game kind of pushes you beyond Lavender Town. Because you actually have to pick up a special item from a later destination in order to do the meat of what is actually available in Lavender Town. Now, I haven't decided yet if I'm going to do the rival battle in Lavender Town right away once we get there, or if I'm going to wait like I typically do in a playthrough, and do it after we finish off Gym 4. We'll see. I'll have to make that decision at some point. But Aikens, being poison type, is of course weak to Dig. And then this trainer's last Pokemon is a Sandshrew. So we're going to be switching over to our Squirtle and taking it out with a nice water attack. Have a nice bath, Sandshrew. It's so pleasant. Sandshrew did not like the water. It's like a cat. If you try to give it a bath, it freaks out. Yep, you can't measure up. I'm a future Pokemon champion, perhaps. I am. The wondrous place that is Rock Tunnel. And here's some more grass if you want to use it. So those paths to the south there don't really go anywhere. They just drop down to that previous hiker. And here's another hiker, which we will be skipping. Because again, no new Pokemon. Kids should be tough, huh? I guess. And here's our last Pokemon trainer on this route, other than one just to the south of the Pokemon Center, right outside Rock Tunnel. And they are nice enough to give us another Pokemon Center. You don't have to go all the way back to Cerulean City. We can actually go to one right outside Rock Tunnel. But this trainer has a Meowth, so that's interesting. And it uses the Payday ability, which is a cool ability. It's not the most powerful normal type attack, but it does give you money from every subsequent and successful attack. So it's a way to actually get money, even when you're not doing trainer battles, which is essentially the only way to gain money in this game otherwise. So Meowth does have a purpose in this game, if you wanted to. We'll pick up our 46 monies that we dropped. Thank you. We are talented. And good luck to you. We're not going to drop down there and have to redo our steps. Here's another route here, Route 10. And so we can pick up some existing Pokemon as well as a new one, which is Voltorb. So Voltorb has one thing of note, and that is speed. It actually does not learn any electric abilities by itself, pretty much only normal abilities. But it does have really good speed. Its other stats are pretty crap, but its speed is pretty awesome. I tried running one in one game playthrough that I did, and I wasn't super impressed by it. But it is there if you want. You'll have to teach it some electric abilities, like Thunderbolt, if you want to use it effectively. Yes, we know, Pokemon have strengths and weaknesses. We wouldn't have gotten this far if we didn't know that. We probably would have got absolutely bodied in Misty's gym. But we do have one more trainer to take out, and that is to the south here of the Poke Center. Now, farther to the south, once we gain another HM, is actually a power plant, but that won't come into play until much later in the game. For now, we're going to take out this trainer. We're going to grab one more hidden item. We'll take a brief look into Rock Tunnel, and then we will also catch a Voltorb before we call an end to this episode. So what do you have, Junior Trainer? You have a Pikachu. Nice. He's very cute. I know that's supposed to be electric static around him, but it kind of looks like hearts to me. Especially the ones in the upper left corner. But you're going to go down with 2 bites. And what's your second Pokemon? Anything unique? A Clefairy. Please don't use Metronome on me and hit me with something like Thunder. It's probably not going to be fast enough, so we'll be able to use Dig. And I'm not sure it actually knows Metronome at this level. Probably not. But man, the craziness of Metronome when it comes to Clefairy, once it learns it, especially if it gets it off, it can be crazy. Diglett wants to learn Slash. That's a pretty awesome ability. It's a normal type attack, pretty strong physical attack that also has a higher crit rate. So we will replace the inferior Scratch with it. And we just have one more move to learn with Diglett. We might also teach it Strength later in the game, another hidden move. But the next major move we want to learn with Diglett is Earthquake at level 40. So look over there, Diglett. No evolution yet. Oh, I teased you by letting it flash up there for a frame. Some Pokemaniacs. Oh no. We'll have to look out for them. But this is the infamous rock tunnel. There is one more hidden item just to the right of the entrance of the tunnel. So let's cut through this bush here. And we'll grab the item and then we'll head in. You'll see how dark it is. And then we'll also come back out and catch a Voltorb. Let's grab our Super Potion. Head into the tunnel. See the massive dark. And in my next episode we will progress through the tunnel and see what it has to offer. But here is a Voltorb. We're going to add it to our party, not our active party. It'll go right into the box. We actually do not have a nickname for Voltorb, so if you'd like to name it, let me know in the comments below. So as always, viewers, thanks for watching this video and the continued support. I really do appreciate it. I'll see you all in my next episode when we take on Rock Tunnel proper. All the trainers that are involved and come out on the other side to see what Lavender Town is all about. So long. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please press like and leave a comment below. Please also subscribe to my channel and press the notification bell. See you next time.